More reaction to the story everyone's talking about.
Stop scrolling. You're not ready for how deep this rabbit hole goes. One stadium camera, one panicked duck under the seat, and boom, two executives go from industry quiet to front page chaos. I'm talking Andy Byron, the polished tech boss, and Kristin Cabot, the HR power player who was supposed to be the firewall, not the fire. That 10-second jumbotron moment didn't just trend, it detonated careers, rewired a company, and turned the internet into a 24/7 tribunal. Before we dive, hit like if you want receipts with restraint. We separate facts from fanfic and label rumors as alleged. It helps this reach real viewers instead of rage click farms. Ready? Because the kiss cam clip was just the match. What came next felt like a blowtorch. Rewind to the concert. Coldplay's Music of the Spheres. Gillette Stadium is a sea of lights. The crowd camera hunts for cute couples and lands on two people who clearly don't want to be there. Kristin instinctively turns her face away. Andy folds into himself like he's trying to disappear under the armrest. The band's frontman tosses out an easy joke. The crowd laughs, and thousands of phones do what they do: record, repost, repeat. Within hours, the clip is everywhere. Not everyone knows who they are yet, but the body language screams story. And online, the promise of a secret is the most addictive drug of all. Internet sleuths clock names fast. Company websites get archived, job titles get screenshotted, and LinkedIn pages turn into exhibits. CEO, head of HR. That combo pours gasoline on every comment thread because if there's one relationship, the handbook side-eyes the hardest. It's the one between the person who sets the rules and the person who enforces them. Threads explode with timelines and hex-color charts of wedding rings. Some posts claim he's married, others argue she is too. Then the counter claims pile in. Separated, it's complicated, don't assume. You know how it goes. One clip, 1,000 conclusions, almost none of them patient. The corporate dominoes fall in brutal, predictable rhythm. Investigation announced. Leadership shuffled pending review. The board releases the kind of careful statement that says everything by saying almost nothing. Rumors fly, some laughable, some plausible, all unverified. So the company swats at the louder falsehoods and keeps the rest sealed behind HR-grade confidentiality. Then comes the headline nobody's surprised by: Andy Byron resigns. Follow-on coverage says Kristin Cabot exits soon after. In the span of a few news cycles, two powerful resumes turn into case studies. That's the real-time cost of a viral moment. Consequences move faster than context. Meanwhile, the meme factory clocks in for a double shift. Freeze frames of Kristin hiding her face become reaction stickers. Clips of Andy ducking get captioned with "when the group chat gets messy." The crowd audio gets remixed into 100 sound bites. If you lived online that week, you saw the moment whether you wanted to or not. The internet didn't just replay it, it performed it. Skits, reenactments, point-by-point analysis with red circles and slow zooms. Strangers were suddenly experts in micro-expressions and marital law. And underneath the jokes was the blunt truth. A private entanglement became public content. Once the crowds got it, control is over. Then the story pushes past company walls and into people's homes. Megan Kerrigan Byron, Andy's wife, gets pulled into the glare she never signed up for. Tabloid-style posts claim she went quiet, changed settings, leaned on family. Reports say, not confirmed. On Kristin's side, the rumor mill fixates on rings and relationships. With Andrew Cabot's name surfacing in scattered coverage, timelines contradict each other. Insiders claim everything and nothing, and the noise drowns out nuance. Here's the line we hold. Unless the people involved go on record, status updates are speculation. Curiosity isn't a license to bulldoze privacy. We track the story. We don't feed the mob.
What a cute couple. I could have never guessed that.
You think if they had not tried to hide?
And because the internet never sleeps, a fresh wave hits. They're dating now. Posts circulate about alleged dinners, alleged shared flights, alleged hoodies. YouTube commentators say it like it's settled. But zoom out. No mainstream confirmation, no direct statement from either of them. So where does that leave us? Exactly here. There's chatter there together. It isn't verified. Could it be true? Sure. Could it be projection? Turning a scandal into a soap opera with a neat little bow? Also yes. Until the principals speak, this stays in the rumor column. Then come the leaks, or what the internet claims are leaks. Screenshots labeled as late-night texts, stamped with time codes and allegedly frantic messaging. Are you awake? Don't ghost me. We need to fix this. Threads swear by them, others call them fan fiction. Some posts stack on another spicy angle. Alleged payment histories and spending patterns that make for easy outrage, hard proof not included. Our stance: interesting if true, useless if not. Without bona fide verification, these remain allegations. They color the narrative, but they don't rewrite the facts.
What a cute couple.
Have some extremely reliable inside scoop about the Coldplay CEO and HR manager. Source says that it is like so not what people are making it to be. The source says that he was already going through a divorce. They've been separated for a while. The HR manager, I cannot speak to that, nor did the source. But the CEO and the HR manager were not trying to hide the fact that they were having an affair. They were just trying to hide the fact that they were dating and worked at the same company. They were trying to buy time while Kristin looked for other positions elsewhere, and he lost his job, and the source feels very bad for him. There were some other things the source told me that I cannot reveal here, but it does make sense, because if you're having an affair, would you really go to a Coldplay concert at Gillette Stadium, where you could run into literally all of Boston? People are stupid, like Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky, need I say more? But to hear that they were very serious and it wasn't an affair, it does make more sense. Why am I being a CEO apologist? I don't know, but I'm having some empathy. While I don't mean to brag, I am at a beach in Antibes, but this is truly all that I can think about. I wonder what would have happened had they not have turned around and had the CEO not drop to his knees. I don't think anyone would have cared or noticed.
Let's
right?
talk power and policy, because that's the part boards care about more than memes. CEO plus head of HR isn't just office gossip. It's a structural conflict. Even with consent, even with clean performance records, perception alone can melt trust for everyone else who works there. Policies exist to keep evaluations fair, promotions credible, and reporting lines safe. When those guardrails wobble, leaders lose altitude fast. That's why the corporate response looked textbook. Investigate first, separate responsibilities, then decide on exits. It's not romance court, it's risk management. And the public court, harsher. One awkward jumbotron beat metastasized into a morality play. Villain, temptress, victim, take your pick. It's messy because real people don't fit clean archetypes. But social media loves casting. One camp says, he betrayed vows. Another says, they were already separated. A third shrugs. Two adults made a bad call in a very public place. The truth is probably boring and human. But boring doesn't trend. Emotion does. That's why the clip outpaced the clarifications by miles. Money talk sneaks in next because every scandal ends with someone asking, who's paying the bill? Comment sections shout about divorce settlements and million-dollar consequences. Reality check. In many places, no-fault rules mean the court doesn't punish adultery on principle. What might matter more is financial behavior. If marital funds were allegedly spent in ways a judge doesn't like, that can surface later. Translation: the law chases numbers, not narrative. It's less cinematic than TikTok tells you, but it's the part that actually sticks. So what are we really watching? A forbidden romance or a PR salvage operation? Depends on your appetite for drama. If they announce they're together now, the internet will say, called it, and move on to the sequel. If they deny it, half of social won't believe them. That's the curse of going viral. The audience becomes the editor. Doesn't matter what you print, they'll rewrite it in the comments. Either way, both of them are already paying the cost in jobs, in reputation, in the permanent record of that stadium screen. There's a colder lesson here for anyone in leadership. There are no private moments in public spaces. The kiss cam is not a safe zone. A stadium is not a bubble. If your title starts with C, your margin for error is razor thin. And if your title has HR, it's thinner. Fair? Maybe not. Real? Absolutely. The optics will always outrun the facts, and by the time the facts catch up, the hashtags have already buried them. Where things stand right now, the company gets on with business under interim leadership. The meme cycles slow but never fully stop. Dating claims remain unconfirmed. Families try to patch what strangers tore open for sport. And the clip, those few seconds of startled faces, keeps teaching the same lesson every time it resurfaces. The internet isn't a timeline, it's a loop. What happened once can happen forever, with a different caption tomorrow. Here's what I'm watching next. Any on-record statement from Andy Byron or Kristin Cabot that clarifies status, together, not together, or nothing to share. Any court filings that establish timelines instead of whispers. Any company update that transitions leadership from interim to permanent. Those are the pillars, not the pixels. If they confirm a relationship, that's chapter 2. If they keep quiet, the silence becomes its own story. Either way, we'll keep the line between verified and alleged bright and bold. Your turn. What do you think the public got most wrong about this saga? The timeline, the power dynamic, or the assumption that a single clip proves a whole relationship? Drop your take below and like this video if you want more deep dives that use receipts instead of rage. It helps the platform push responsible commentary instead of rumor chasing. And if you want updates the moment something confirmed breaks, subscribe right now. I'll keep tracking the story so you don't have to swim through 1,000 insider threads to find 3 solid facts. Until then,